One thing about it with this disease going on out here, it ain't over by a long shot. They can keep telling these people about this cure they got and they shooting people up, but they got to get people to try to keep spending and not to panic. So like I see people storming the Capitol, it's not over. Ain't no mistake. These people in a panic mode. And you can't even blame people. At the end of the day, people don't know what tomorrow gonna bring. You can go ahead and give people $600, $1,600, but once they pay it out and pay a bill, then what? It ain't $1,600, then a paycheck coming in behind that. People don't have security. How long it gonna last? They keep just trying to throw people something to try to make people feel better quick as they can. You say how quick they gave you the little $600. You got a check mailed out in no time, hit your account off the rip, and how long it took you to spend that up? So their goal is to keep you thinking and looking more coming so you don't panic and you don't start tearing this place apart. They know what's gonna happen. And white people are gonna be the main people. Unlike us, they taught you to accept Jesus. And through you accepting Jesus, you just bought into that psychosis. You just sit back and you'll wait. White people don't wait. You saw they went into that Capitol building? White people felt like their rights were being taken. They felt like their vote was being taken for granted. They felt like they had to do something, so they stormed the Capitol. And to show you they know about sieging something, they took the flag. These people don't have them in the military. When you invade a country, you take it over. You walk and you take their flag down. Once I take your flag down, that means I took it. And that's what white people want to show them. They're not going to sit around like black people and pray and be waiting on something. Anything need to happen, they're going to have to do it themselves. That's what they did. They just hate you got to see it. White people did what they've always done. Then Bush has said something on the show about that, about when white people ever did stuff like that and what we see them do. They've always done that. He said that when white people fall from behind this fight, it was going to be better for us. If that was the case, we should have got free during the Revolutionary War. That wasn't no black fight. That was white on white. And both of them ran out of money. Did y'all know that? Both countries went completely broke. Now tell me how you was able to hold black people. Because you suppress them with a religion. You suppress them with a thinking and ideology. It's up to us to get our intelligence. We can't expect the people that capture us to pray for us and heal us and help us and hold us and feed us. That's something we got to do for ourselves. We can't expect them to educate our kids and love and treat our kids and set up provisions in the future for our kids. That's something we got to do. It's our kids. But see, because we've been doing it so long and people have been so comfortable just accepting and just waiting, and this is why we're in the situation we're in today as a nation. I've been telling y'all this stuff. Anything we're going to have to do, we got to do it for ourselves. Don't look for no white face to come rescue you, whether it's got a uniform on or got a mask on, with a medical robe on, anybody, everything we're going to have to do, everything's going to happen for us, going to have to come through by us and Mr. Yahuwah. Not just being honest. Y'all in here, y'all singing, well, performance, Shireen, whatever it is. The effect behind what we do is what we put into play when we leave him. The effect behind the word we hear in the bar is what we do when we leave him. Everything we hear in here, this is the strategy play, just like anywhere else. You got board meetings. That's not where they perform the work. That's where they go in and strategize. When they leave out, they start to implement the plan. That's why they have board meetings. You don't do everything you don't do in the board meeting. This is where we sit down, we bring it out, and we start to draw it out and see it. Then we make sure everybody understand the plan. Then when you go back to your particular cubicle or your destination, wherever it is, then you start to implement and put it into play. See what happened with us, we'll draw the plan out and we'll put it up here, but do you really live by it? That's why you lack the real effect of what he can do for us. You got to believe it. So a lot of times what we waiting on to find out who else believe it. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? Then that'll make me believe it. You got to believe it for yourself if nobody else believe it. Hello? I used to be one of them people, you want everybody else to believe in you and that give you more your confidence to kind of go and do. It's good when other people believe in you, but the first thing you got to do is believe in yourself. And you got to believe for yourself. I used to go to church. I sit around and look at people and try to see, well, they look like they know what they're doing. Or that person look like they know. They come down to it, none of us knew. We was just there. People just following the pattern, just following the plan. One of the plan that was actually designated for us for deliverance, it was a plan that was set up to really denigrate us or to take us down or to keep us holding, keep us beholden to a people. The way religion is set up and how it operates, there's no real benefit for the so-called Negro. None of it benefits us. There hasn't been a religion that was introduced to us to ever teach us anything or bring us from under suppression. Most religion have came in to suppress us. It never gave us an opportunity to really think as free individuals. It always set us looking to them or tell us to obey another people or submit to another people. It never came to do us any good. So it's not a big, I guess it's not a big phantom or big amazement when you see people not believe what we're saying today, simply because we've been played by everybody. Everybody's played us. They brought crack in our neighborhoods. They brought alcohol in our neighborhood. They gave cigarettes in our neighborhood. They introduced us with so much stuff to suppress us or to make us feel like this was another form of relief. And at the same time, it wound up hurting us in the long run. Now we having to come back and realize after all the drinking, all the smoking, all the playing, after all the sleeping around, look at how they got us buying the AIDS. All our people hadn't come up with AIDS because of the needle. It came in because they taught our women to be promiscuous. So all you do is you put the poison inside of the attractor. The man is attracted to the woman, so you'll get him. But those that kind of do the trisexual, they go anyway, you give it to another man. That's of another sexual persuasion. So either way it go, it wound up being detrimental to us. And because we hadn't actually learned, or they pulled us away from the country, growing up, a lot of our remedies came from grandmama and granddad and old remedy that we tried and we used. There wasn't no hospital. When you was a little girl growing up, how many times your parents took you to the hospital? I can tell how many times you went when you was a little kid. When you used to go for your checkups, they used to take you for your checkups to the hospital? Exactly. What about they used to take you for your doctor appointment to get your shots, your record shot? All of a sudden, the shot record came out during my time, a little before me. Then they had a card. You had to make sure you had all those shots before you went to school. And you know what? You started finding out we got all these Ritalin kids. When I was growing up, we ain't never known nothing about no Ritalin. Never even heard of it. Nothing about no ADD. Beat your behind and make you sit down somewhere. All that stuff is stuff they gave these people. They got you to buy into something and accept something and the psychosis of it. That's what most of y'all in here, if I talk to you, you'll tell me you got something based off of what they gave you and what you done heard from other people. The people diagnose you, that's their whole thing, psychology, playing with the mind. Don't you know if you're going to be a doctor, anytime you're going to do, these people don't, if you're going to be in the medical field, you're going to take some form of psychology? How many of y'all didn't know that? Wow, they're just going to let you in the medical field. You don't know how to play with people's mind. You got to know how to talk to the mind. You got to take some kind of psychology. You got to get people to buy into something and believe something. No. That's why you pay me. That's how they beat you. Because you got to accept what people tell you. And once you succumb to that, that's already part of our breakdown. And it's not just something they do to us medically, it's something they do to us economically. It's something they do to us in our community because what they tell you, and then you subconsciously make your place or where you habitate look like what they tell you. A white person walk right in, put a brand new door, paint it, and refinish the hardwood floor, and automatically it goes up in money. Because they teach white people you are of value. All you need is two white people moving in one neighborhood. You know what they say? Man, this stuff finna get ready to shoot out the roof. They make numbers to make white, because listen, it's part of the psychosis. Why wouldn't I be better than you? When you were living here, the house was worth $50,000. I come here, it's worth $350,000. Now you tell me who better. You got on a shirt talking about your life matter. Nigga, you can't even get the value up in your homes. You don't matter. So it takes them. So don't you know they create number for white people? The dirt don't change, the trees don't change, the grass still there. The house, nothing get bigger. The yard don't, the profit don't increase. You know what I'm saying? Don't get larger. Nothing, listen. It's the fact that when they come, white people put a price on white people. Just like they put a price on you, that's how you became marketable for slavery. They've always marketed you. They get them up and tell them what you can do. You can stud him. Her. Listen, this young girl is ready to make black baby that you'll be able to get out here and they'll farm. And they'll produce other daughters that look like her that you can have and you can sleep with, you and your friends. Now, how much is that worth to you? To a slave master, that's a lot. Free sex, and I get to make more slaves that I can take to the market and sell. I can trade her babies. A man that's a stud, after I stud him, I can sell him on. The same thing you do with dogs. Yeah. Man, get him a little B, that's what you call a female girl, dog, and then you'll take her, and then you'll sit around here, you'll let other people pay on the mate with her. Then you'll have papers on your dog. Pedigree, you'll be able to show the line that your dog, how many of y'all don't know about breeding dogs? The money come in when you can trace them back. Guess what that started with? You. I can show where I got paperwork to show where you came in and what ship you came in, what region they brought you from. And those slaves are a particular brand that's great for breeding or great for farming. Hello? Yes, sir. Are they great blacksmiths? So that's how they sold you. Agriculture. What you can do. See, we've been played so long that when we come into places like this, we typically become so comfortable that we really don't think about how things have gotten a lot better for us. We're not talking about out there. It's gotten better for us out here simply because now we come into a different ideology. We're no longer accepting what he says about us. It's about what he says about us. Hello? White people have used the television, they've used the media, they use social media to really just make a fool out of. Most of you guys can't live without a social media account. Most of you non-existent without a social media account. You connect to a bunch of other folk that come and tell you to be friends. First of all, nobody gonna walk up on the street and ask me to be friends with them. Because I'm gonna say you're a weirdo. And you know it's not gonna work. But yeah, you let somebody on a computer you don't know tell you they wanna be your friend. This is a weirdo. And you're a weirdo for accepting. That's every one of you. I had absolutely no reason for nobody to walk up on the street and ask me, I want to be your friend. When you invite me, this is an invitation. This is another way to get into you. This is another way to invade you. That's just being honest. They know because people on social media, a lot of you really not conscious about what you're doing. You got your whole life up here. Where you stay, what you own, who you with, all your family. When y'all meeting and where y'all going and where y'all coming back from every time. And everybody can just scroll through and watch it. White people show you what they want you to know. Niggas tell everything they don't need to know. So now we got to start changing how we operate. Start thinking we need these people in order for us to exist. They need us. They need us. We don't need them. That's just being honest. These people fighting and killing one another, doing what they're doing. America had been shown her true side. Only thing now she's embarrassed because they had a facade and a persona in front of us, and here we were, the dumb Negroes. White people get along. You know who can't get along? Niggas. You know what made me sick? Niggas always fight. You know who always tearing up? Niggas. Who tore up the Capitol? You know what else I hate? Niggas stealing. Who stole that podium? Nuh-uh. It was Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Y'all seen them? They had a whole bus pulled up. Guess what they said? We are Antifa posing as Trump support. This on the bus. An FBI agent seen it. We are Antifa posing as Trumpers going in here to tear up this building. And every one of them you trace, they got pictures with most of them with Rudy Giuliani and with Trump. But this is Antifa. These are the same people they always been. And now Trump has failed these people. Trump had did just like they do with us. When you catch one of us, what they say, niggas go to jail as soon as they get caught. He looking at now, it's criminal. And he ain't worried about criminal. Now, listen, make no mistake. He will never go to jail. He will never be prosecuted. Listen, off the rip on everything. It'll never happen. Because America's already been shamed. They will never let one of their president go to jail. This is their personal private white boy. No matter what happened with them, he'll never go to jail. What he's afraid of right now, they just killed his brand. Oh, that killed his brand. That hurt him worse than going to jail. That Trump name brand is paying off. He's got to deal with Boris Yeltsin in England. He's already pushing for England. They said they banned him. They don't ever want him to come to England. Oh, he been banned. He has golf courses in these places. He had golf courses in Ireland. See, most of y'all didn't know when he traveled, he goes to Europe, he go to meet them. You know what he want to meet them at? Let's meet at my golf course over there. Ireland shot him down. They came out public about them. The people lost it. They hate him in Ireland. They want that golf. They want him out of there. The president told me, he said, I can't meet you at your golf course. That's a conflict of interest. He said, we could just meet over there. Because he knew when he came, that was going to bring people in. That's why he tried to do some of these meetings. He meet them in Florida and Marietta, where he can meet them. Yeah, because listen, every business he has is a failing business. Y'all, let me see. Who won Miss America this year? That's right, you didn't have one, did you? Trump sponsored that stuff. Everything he get, he fails. He's a product of America. They're failures. You know how white people succeed? By you believing in them. You keep them existing because you believe in them. You run out and you'll follow and you'll fund everybody that makes a fool out of you. When white people give you black people, it's black people they control their own. They gave you LeBron James. LeBron James tried to stand and be a man. Oh, he did. They said, you know what, that boy got the season. Who got mad? LeBron did. LeBron got pissed. So y'all gonna sit here and y'all ain't gonna play? Y'all should have talked to us. Let's do something after the season over. Let me see, season over. What exactly did they do? LeBron get paid by Nike. LeBron owned by the Lakers. LeBron owned by other white people because he want to do other business out of basketball like Michael Jordan. So you learn to shut up and sit down somewhere. Nigga. That's how they work. Ain't none of these guys their own man. When you try to be your own man, they're going to run y'all. Ask Antonio Brown. He back now. Can we pull up the video why he tell them he make his own money, he don't need no slave money? That's what he was telling them before they got rid of him. Oh, he told them, he said, I don't need this. Listen, you know he was telling them players that was slave money. When he wasn't practicing, he said, I don't need this slave money. He said, I don't need nothing from them. And he got cut, nobody pick him up and they ain't back. How that work? Can we pull up anything with Antonio Brown talking about slave money? White people break you. You live off of them. See, what these guys all have to remember, they may say, and I tell y'all all the time, all it takes is for enough of us to get together and just start opting out. You opt out. Oh, Trump gonna pay for turning it back on them. You'll see what happens. See, those people he turned it back on, they're gonna remember him. They know you had us to come out here. You made us think you, and you told us you were walking with us. They knew we got the president with us. What can he do to us? And he got them, told them, none of these people with me. They need to go to jail as criminals. That's what they told him. You know, he worried about his legacy. He don't care about them. He never cared about them in the first place. They been told y'all, man, wrote a book. Woodrow, he wrote a book on him trying to tell them. He hate them. He said them fellas, they disgust him. Man, these people are poor trailer park people. That's all they, he look at me, poor trash. That's all, the people that run them ugly, all them people poor trash. Other white boy come in with no shirt, whole body tatted up, and he got bull horns on his head. What corporation y'all think he worked for? He worked for the corporation of the redneck. Everyone they show toothless. The people they show you, anytime they show them white people doing foods like that, ain't no company finna let you keep working out once they see your face. They had one of the newly representatives from Virginia who took it behind up there. And video said, I said, oh, he's already been forced out. Listen, it ain't because they don't agree with you. It's because you bad for business. See what Trump just shot himself in the foot at? He don't give a flying flip. He know they'll never arrest him. All this stuff is just a smear on his record. It's the fact he just screwed his brand up. He was going to make hundreds of billion dollars once he came off of his brand. He just lost it. His son, Ivanka, all of them just lost it. Because you see how they do it? See, white people, sure how they do you. They naming her in criminal charges. So, oh yeah, she got her own brand too. Most of y'all didn't know that, did you? Oh, Ivanka got one. They naming her too. Donna Jr., he's being named. Now I'm going to go to jail. Please, they need niggas to think stuff like that. Get out your mind. You're not one of them. Don't ever believe they're going to jail. White people don't work like that. It's just a persona. They got to make you think that something's going to happen to them. It's kind of like one of them movies. How many of y'all used to watch the old Batman? It would go off, he would be singing. And listen, quicksand be right here. Stay to the same channel, same time, same bad channel. When they come on there, the quicksand down here. Robin, hey, if I could just get to my utility belt. But when it went up, he was right here finna die. Come back on there, it down here. Now he talking, you like, hold on. That's not what we went off at. I only watched it because I was waiting on you to die. I didn't want you to die, but I was waiting to see you die on this movie. How many of y'all remember on Batman, how they did? Guess what? It made you watch because you thought something was going to happen. That's how they kept you holding on. They knew that you would watch in hopes of. That's how white people get you pulled. And while they got you watching, they're going to sneak something else by you. That's how they beat us all the time. What I would like to see for us first, make sure we're right, how we're living. Most important thing we could do. That's part of our intelligence. See, you're never going to beat these people out. I wouldn't try to teach you how to beat them out. You can't beat them at their system. That's not going to work. Okay? You come to my house and you beat me up. Police come with it. First thing they're going to start looking at a couple things. You was at his house. He wasn't at your house. A lot of this could have been avoided had you not been there, though. I'm with you, but you were there. That's how the media, that's how they work against us. You here in their house. You playing their game. Until you establish your own way, you're never going to be anybody by these people. We got to establish people that work on us that look like us. Hello? People that care about us. You know, it's a care going to everything you do. I went to get a sandwich and this girl was fixing. I told her to put something a little bit. She said, I saw her mad. I said, what you say? I said, listen, I don't want nothing from you. Nothing. Because what she puts out is in my food. I don't want it. Yeah, what you put out is there. It's an energy. When I teach and I preach, I put out an energy. It's an energy that goes with it. You got that? If it's not an energy that works for you and towards you, you don't need it. Hello? When these people educate you, it's an energy behind it. Want to see you become empowered with knowledge. That's an energy. And you got to watch where you get it from. Because negative energy will give you the wrong perception of what you need to know. Hello? It's a care. It's certain things that you could vibe to. It's like it could be a subject you don't think nothing about, but because a person has a gift with it and a care, you can pick up their energy, it makes you become inquisitive enough to want to know about it. Same way with your health. It takes somebody that actually is concerned about your better and your well-being. We've never had that. We've had people that's been trained without care, that don't think past what they've been told. That's not enough for us. We're people you really got to understand. I remember one time I went to the doctor. I've been several times. This one time I went, I was at the cabin. I think Justin, somebody was there with me. And I was in the back and a white doctor came there with me. And I had told the lady about the blood. I saw those blood pressures. I said they're not for black people. I said they work better for white people. They're not for us. The doctor, she said, I don't know where you get that stuff from. She was like, where did you get that? I said, it's not for us. I said, it's not even designed for us. So the doctor came in. I told her, no, there was another place. I was telling her. And the doctor came, she told her, she said, he and him talking about the blood pressure pills not made for black people, they're actually designed for white people. He said, he right. I did tell her there was a white man told her. You know what she said? I ain't never heard that. You know what I told her? I said, why would you? Why would they tell you and you give them to people? The man said, listen, he told her, he said he went to Ole Miss. He said, we actually did the study. We did the base. He said they're not designed for black people. Most of us didn't know that they were. I told her, white man had to tell her, and she was trying to put in her mind, trying to make it seem like some kind of way where she was still justified in not knowing. But I said, no, you're a nigga. Why were they gonna tell you something like that? But I was talking to the white doctor on occasion I was there, and I was talking to him and was trying to get the blood pressure. I was talking. He said, how do you feel? I said, I said, I feel all right. I said, but I need to get the number down. He said, why are you worried about the number? I said, because the number high. He said, how do you feel? I said, well, I feel. He said, that's what's important. He said, this is the white doctor. He said, look, every doctor I would do, you know what they would tell? They need to get it down low first. He said, first of all, he said, black people blood pressure run higher. Yeah. This is the white doctor tell me that. He said, it's not about the number, it's how do you feel? I said, that was different than he told me. That's what he told me. He said, I'm not worried about the number. He said, how do you feel? I said, I feel all right. He said, okay. He said, I'm going to discharge you. He said, you need to stop worrying about that number. And you know what they get us with? Now, psychosis, 120 over 80. If I'm not 120 over 80, I'm 135, 140 over 92. What's the problem? So I need to be 120 over 80. I'm 145 over 92. That's with 93. You could stroke out and die. Not true. Not true. But they need you to buy into the psychosis of it. See, everything they told you has been what they need you to know. They need you to believe something. America is the greatest country. How many of y'all people didn't know America was the greatest country on the earth? Hold on for a minute. America has the greatest democracy on the earth. Everybody want to be like America. How many of y'all didn't know that? You've heard that from who? You never heard that from no other country. You only heard it here. America has the strongest military in the world. Have you ever heard that? What country told you that? The Lakers are the world champion. They played in America. And they're the world champion. Jess, you're not a boss, right? I'm just saying, you know about. If I knocked you out right now, do you not know I'll be the heavyweight champion of the world? If I knock him out in Conyers, that would make me the heavyweight champion of the world. I could walk around with a belt and they would name me the heavyweight champion of the world. That means I can knock out anybody on the planet. Now, exactly, who told you you were the heavyweight champion of the world? Right here. So what do you think that does to your psyche? Michael Johnson ran years ago. He was ranked the fastest man in the world. And who all did he race? Everybody he raced was on the track. He raced over 20 people on the track. And he was the fastest man in the world. Who all did you run against? I'm just trying to tell you. Now you got to start thinking about that. Because this is what you got to look at how white people think. It's because I got you to believe what I believe. I wrote it, I made it up, and I inscripted it, and I told you were. Hello? That's how you always got stuff. It's been what he told you. You've always lived up to what grade he's given you. All the accolades you look to achieve is what white has given you and how they programmed you. None of us have actually thought outside of the box, as they call it. Well, I don't want to call outside the box because that would mean you be in the box. Like a nigga like they say, you know, when you go to prison, what you do, you got to think of, no, you don't, you don't crash. You in jail, you need to think about how you need to keep your booty straight and get yourself out of here. You don't need to be thinking about how this ain't going to help you out here. That's going to get you panicking. That's going to be setting you off. That's how they always program you, think outside the box. How about you get out the box? Now you can think like where you at. If you don't learn how to adapt to where you at, you never going to make it. That's how people, you got to put your mind somewhere. Where are you? You need to put your mind on where you at so you can fix it. So you can change where you at. Now, see, all that thinking somewhere else and you somewhere else is dangerous for you. Because you still leaving your body trapped in where it's at. I need my mind and my body to be in the same place at all times, intact. Wherever I'm at, I need my mind thinking on how to function and how to get myself out of this situation. I don't need my mind out there and I'm still here. You need to get back over here. Hello? Yes, sir. That's what they teach you. Everything they taught us, we got to change it. We got to change it by looking at the superior being, which is Mr. Yahuwah. I only use Mr. Yahuwah because they said Mr. is a sign of respect. Somebody's older than you don't call them by their first name, you call them Mr. Mr. Yahuwah is the ancient of days. Mr. Yahuwah fits. I want to give him that out of sign of respect. If that's what, how many of y'all do that? You see when you say Mr. So-and-so, Mrs. So, well, it don't hurt to call him Mr., does it? If it's a sign of respect. Who would deserve it more than him? Hello? Okay. That's something to think about. So what our goal is, do something different. Really want to make sure we lock in on understanding the plan of salvation. It does not just entail us going somewhere when we leave him. It entails us being somewhere while we're here. Hello? This is how I guess we rationalize all of our situations is once we get with him, then everything will be better. True. I believe that. I'm on that. But there is a portion of security and peace while I'm here. According to him, he said he will keep him. Tamim. Whose? So what are they going to do with the rest of me? My mind is here. My mind is in my body. So he will give me shalom here if I keep thinking on it. Hello? I don't just need my mind. I need it for all the attributes, all the work, and all the functionality, the whole me. But it's going to come through a mental. All the stuff we got to do, you got to fix it here mentally. Let me tell you something. The body can actually heal itself mentally. So what do you think that this government, this people, when I say this, I'm talking about the people that form and set up this government did, was to get in and antagonize our minds. They gave our women perms, chemicals, and men to put in their hair that would go in and start to cause dysfunctionality in the brains. They gave us dyes. They did. They gave us poisonous foods. Because see, once the body can't get the right food, food is medicine. Food is medicine. Did y'all know that? Sometimes you feel weak. If you eat something, you know what? You get your strength. That's a medicine. So what do you think these people did? They started handling our medicine. They started handling our food. You know, years ago, this lady, this man, and the people older their age would know. Some people wasn't eating at no restaurant. They pray you took them for right there. Them folk did that. No thing. You can eat that stuff. Them folk won't eat that stuff. You can forget it. We the only people now. We got everybody on speed dial. We wing-a-thon. All this stuff. Let me ask y'all a question. How many chickens does it take to make a 100-piece wing? Y'all understand that 50 chickens every time? That 50 chicken walking around like this here, no wing. 50 of them. 50 of them. How many of y'all can eat a 20-piece by yourself? A lot of them finna tell a lie. They don't tell a lie. All y'all can eat them. I mean, 20 ain't nothing. That's 10 chicken toe back. Where all these chicken coming from? I'm just being honest. Where all these chicken coming? And then you call it, listen, how many, it'll be different if it was like only 5 in the world. In that plaza over here, just down the street, you can get wings from at least 10 different places. Minimum on 138, you can get wings from 10 places. Minimum. Minimum. Then you got other streets. That's just in Conyers. How many wing places you got all the way around that place? There's no way in the world all these people can get these wings. Then around the world, people eat wings. I remember, man, when this stuff first come out, when I first came in now, the buffalo wings. They call them buffalo wings. Yeah, we were eating them, I remember them like 86, 87. Like 86, 80, yeah. Buffalo wings, downtown. Only place you can get with J.R. Cricket. Yeah. Only place you got them at. They stunk. It was the only one that was hot. They stunk. I said, I'm not eating no buffalo. I didn't know they were chicken wing with it. I did. They said, man, buffalo, I'm not for eating. Because I was picturing with this thing with these horns on it. They said, man, we went in, we was in the varsity. eating them chili. That when they had real nasty, good chili dogs. And have real good, nasty, real hamburger though, the Boston. And they walked across there and brought them, they stopped. I said, what is man, buffalo wing? I'm not eating all I didn't, I'm not, a buffalo wing? No. They blew up. Only one you could get was hot, then mild. That was it. They started flavoring them. They didn't have no lemon pepper back then. They didn't have no honey mustard. They had the mild, medium, hot. That's all you had. Mild, medium, hot. They started mixing a little flavor, mixing. Now you can get wing any way you want them. Any way you want them, just to pull people in. They made it where they attracted people and pulled them into something they created. They created a phantom of them, and next thing you know, everybody took off to them. They pulled us in. They started getting us things and putting a taste to it to where it attract more of us in, and they sold us out from home cooking. From cooking and feeding for ourselves and fending for ourselves. They did. Most of y'all now, you got the stuff, you can hit it, folks bring it to you now, Grub, Hub, everybody Uber eat, everybody eat. I be looking at, I be with y'all, I ain't know about bringing me, I don't fool with these people. I know some of y'all do it, I fool with you, I don't fool with it, man. Man, I see my fat come and got a stain on their shirt, man, no. These folks have admitted to eating fries out them back. No. Now, I'm younger than y'all. There's a lot of stuff I do, but I ain't doing it. Now, when I'm younger than Uncle Ted, I don't fool with that stuff. I don't let nobody grub nothing. You ain't grabbing, grubbing, and rubbing nothing I got bring to my house. That old fat joker sitting out there, man, he been masturbating. You're not bringing that to him. Oh, they don't like that. All right, y'all done right. Y'all, listen, y'all owe me yourself for that. Y'all know what these people capable of. It's enough to deal with the person behind there. I'm trying to see the person, what you doing back here. Man, see, in there, man, I remember the last time I done ordered no pizza. I don't want no folk bringing nothing to me with these folks. Now these folks, cause you look at these people like, nigga, you done went through that pizza. Oh, nasty looking white boy, hair string, hair. No, I don't want no pizza. Man, what you did? Tell the truth, what you did that pizza? Was he ride up and feel like this going to a nigga? No. Listen, while y'all sitting here playing around, I'm telling you something. I told my wife that day, I said, a lot of these players, I just want to cut a lot of these folks off. You can't trust, we can't keep trusting all these people. All these folks, you gotta be able to watch these people, man. Last time we too comfortable. We just trust everybody. These folks now they touching the mask more than anything. I'm like, I'd rather you take the mask off. You don't keep it. Man, he had to. I said, change your gloves. He said, huh? I said, change your gloves. I said, you handling your mask. My goodness, man, they get through. They do something. Which one? Change the glove. They're like, man, you finna wind up getting into it. Because you're going to think because everybody else been sitting here accepting this foolishness. Mask handling. They touching the mask constantly while they making your food. The people that come on field and you worry about corona, they breathing in the mask and it's coming through and they got their hand. And that's even more dangerous than what it was. Wow. How many times you put on your mask? So these people done got us right back in the same hole we thought we got out of. It's just time for us to start becoming conscious of everything going on around us. It's time for us to stop. Listen, the way and the situation we in today, we can't afford not to be conscious and suspecting other people. Look at what happened when we didn't suspect them. We came up, we were slaves. We went from free people to a slave people. We never been able to break ourselves away. We went from a healthy people and a well people to a sick people. All the stuff that's killing us, all the stuff that's taking us out of here, we got it from them. We didn't bring crack. We didn't bring marijuana. Not marijuana. We didn't bring crack. We didn't bring liquor and beer over here. They gave it to us when we got here. All the stuff that's killing us here now, they gave it to us when we got here. How many kids we had on Ritalin when we were in our region? How many we had on Ritalin and all these other medications and stuff that they giving us today before we ever met them? Oh, they've been part of their working to us. I know y'all don't want to accept that. Y'all don't want to think about it because it puts you in a whole different mind frame. You want to know what we're going to do. I've been trying to get y'all to work together, put your money and source yourself so you can start doing something different. The problem I have with y'all don't believe enough of the DeBar right now. Once you see this man start to wipe y'all out of here, then you'll come and you'll see me. You'll come and you'll see me then. Right now, y'all mind still open. You feel pretty comfortable. It's bad out here. I'm in Covenant. I ride down one street. It's a line of people sitting out with a food bank, and the police had to sit there with them. I thought the folks were having funerals. Listen, right here in Covington, they got a police set right there, Paul, and these folks ride up, these white folks sitting here getting food. It's bad out here. Mr. Hood done kept y'all, you hadn't been in that line. They got them right here in Covington. You know what? You don't even know about it, do you? It was a time you would have known about it. They tricked you. They put you on government housing assistance. They tricked you and they got you on the welfare system. You're not going to believe it. Do y'all know that the Section 8 program is no longer available? They canceled that. It's over with. Ain't no Section 8. Do this. Call them and see can you get one. Just call them. One of y'all with kids. Just call them. Tell them you're trying to see about Section 8 housing. And let's find out what the report is. Tell them you got some kids. And see what they tell you. Them programs over with. Who were the main people that were on it? Yeah, we know whites. They were on it. But guess what? They got programs that take care of them. And they don't name it Section 8 for them. They got other programs. But when they stick you on it, you never get off of it. See, the problem is white people get off. You stay on. Most people don't know how to get off that system. They got to wait on one of their kids to break out, do something, or marry some drug dealer, somebody who get out of here. Eventually he'll get killed or he'll wind up going to prison. She'll be right back where she came from. So they put these programs together because they know you'll give in to it and succumb to the system, and you'll count on that system to keep existing. All those temporary programs. When they snatch that rug from under you, then what you'll do to survive? Hello? Most of y'all really won't go as far as it'll take to survive. You'll have to think about it. I'll take to survive. Before I sit down and I'll starve, my family will starve, I don't even have to pray about it. I'll take. You'll have to wait and see what God tells you. I don't believe in God. I believe in Mr. Yahuwah. He give me strength. He give me the ability. I get out here every day and I make it. But make no mistake, when I can't, you're going to lose that one. That's that bottom line. How you think they got yours from you? When the white nation couldn't survive, the white nation came and took. Most of y'all don't know that. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Poor people. I know that just through how you look at Pastor Tony Smith, that he would actually take if he got down to it and didn't have it. Let me see. When the Queen of Spain, when they wound up going broke, they sent ships to Africa to get the gold. When they went to get the gold, they saw another type of gold. Niggers. That's how you got captured. How many of y'all didn't know this? What y'all think happened? They needed gold. They came to Africa. Everybody know that there's gold in Africa. And they also saw there was another type of gold. Niggers. Free labor. They came up twice. These people something. Columbus. What y'all think his voyage was about too? They were trying to find a different shortcut. He was just so dumb he navigated the wrong way. They actually were going to set him up and make him a governor everywhere he went. Most of y'all don't know this, do you? Till they found out what he was doing to the people. Till they found out what he was doing to the people, how he was massacring the people. They looked that he had shamed them too bad. Most of y'all didn't know they did it. He was supposed to get governorship for all these places he went to. Till they found out what he was doing to the people, the raping and the murdering. They looked like deal off with you. You're a butcher. Most of y'all people don't know no better. You're not supposed to. They're not going to teach you nothing. They don't respect you to teach you anything. And they taught you some of what I taught you. If you had half the guts those white people did in the Capitol, you would break yourself away from this place. If you just had half the guts. Listen, them people did more with no gun than a nigga do with an arm of them. Did they have to shoot their way to get through that door? They could demand it because they knew who they were and they walked in with authority. You saw how the police would start blowing them away? The police that shot that white woman is on administrative leave and possibly looking at charges. The Trump administration spokesman came out today and you know what they said? As we mourn and pray for the lives lost. Let me see. of the criminals? The only person who wasn't a criminal was the police officer who was hit in the head with a fire extinguisher. They acknowledged this woman as a veteran, a war hero, and a victim. You ain't a victim when you break in nobody's house. It's called a house. You broke in the house. You were a mob. These bastards also sit here and assemble a hanging noose. The whole poet, who thought they were peaceful? Why would you be putting together a hanging noose? And you building a platform to hang people and you here for peace? Only white people can do that. Why wasn't they grabbed while they were putting this together? Oh, stop. What are y'all putting here? This a hang. Who's going to hang? They were going to pull them out of there. And you know what? Nancy Pelosi, Mike Pence, all the other ones, welcome to feeling like a nigga. Only imagine how we felt when they kicked our doors in. When they pulled our poor fathers and mothers out and hung them in the middle of the night. Welcome to being a nigga. Now these people are going to jail in federal charges. Where were the federal charges when they pulled us out? I'm not impressed with these charges. Trump, the man who actually agitated, who started, will never go. And you know what? They still not caught. You know what they say? Most of them were peaceful. Black Lives Matter. All of them terrorists. Every one of them. Antifa, every one of them. Every one of them. They could distinguish between the good and the bad with them. Why they can't distinguish between the good and the bad of us? All of us get associated with Black Lives Matter because we black. Why all white people don't get associated with Trump? All we said, let's just be fair. Let's just be fair. Why they won't let us trial them? Because these people going to get some pussycat time. They're going to get these guys some pussycat time. They're not going to get them no real time. After a while, these people you saw, you won't even see them no more. Them trials will be private. You'll never know nothing about it. That white boy told y'all, he said, this is my desk. He said when she sat at that desk, she didn't appreciate that desk. The white boy told him that. He said, this is my desk. He said, I came in and laid my flag down and put my foot up on my desk. He said, this is my desk. These folks ripped her name down. Listen, they stole one of the senators, they stole his laptop with highly classified sensitive, and now they asking, do anybody know who got it? You know what bad? Cameras all in their place. You know who went in that office and the camera just show who walked out with a laptop. Highly classified sensitive. Listen, white men in here with license, former Army Rangers with guns, license, under the table hiding. Ain't fired one shot. Kill innocent Iraqis, innocent Syrians. Listen, they don't have no problem shooting other people now. Why did it take you so? Why you need to hide? I'm not hiding on no desk with no gun. It'll never happen. You broke in my house. Why am I hiding? Ain't nobody talk to about shooting you. Tell me you need a weapon. I'll give you one after I kill you. You broke in my house. How is it that the Negro gets shot with no gun, with no warning, in his house, his car, his yard, his garage, and a white man runs in with poles, pushing white folk, throwing them back? Don't get billy club, don't get tasered, don't get shot. One white woman gets shot, and here we go. She's a hero. Did 4 tours. Don't y'all know every one of these people, they're against America. The America that they blamed us for being against because we won't support some of the rhetoric they do. And they call us enemies of America. What were these people that came in with them flags? That show you that white people with the flag are just as dangerous. Y'all do know everyone, them white folk came with the flag. These weren't white guys from Austria, from Russia. These weren't white guys from Ireland. These were white people right here. From Arkansas, from Georgia. Some of them people arrested were from right here in Georgia. Good old boys. Just the good old boys. Never meaning no harm. That's what they say. Beat all you ever saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they were born. Some white boy like the Deuce of Hazzard. They've been in trouble with the law since the day they were born. Don't feel sorry for them. They don't feel sorry for you. They don't feel sorry for you. Folks sitting around talking they cry for America. We've been crying for America. We cried the first time them ships landed over here, and you turn around, we tried to help, and you turn around and you fought us. We cried then. We cried when the chains came on. We cried when you came to the house, you took our babies out. We cried when you sold our mama on the auction block. We've been crying. We crying, we watched our daddy get hung, and our granddaddy get shot, and our uncles get killed. We've been crying. I ain't got a tear for her. I ain't got no tear for America. Where her tears at for me? You shouldn't feel sorry for them. You know what? They showed you what's always been in their heart. The white people that defend them are just as dangerous as the people that ran in them. They empowered them people to do that. And they still won't call them by their proper name. Thugs and vandals, rapers and murderers, haters of America. They've never used the terminology with them. CNN will shoot out there, none of the rest of them. They said, well, you know, there's a couple of people out there, but we still investigating to see possibly they Black Lives Matter. How many white folks you know are member of Black Lives? Hold on, just you white. Is you a member of Black Lives Matter? Do you know any white people member of Black Lives Matter? Neither do I. Why are we buying this foolishness? This is regular, everyday American people. And that just show you, when these rednecks can come here and do that, they got more power than niggas got jobs every day. Go find out, go put them people tax returns, how much tax they done paid. Go and see and you'll find none. Just like they did at Paul Trump, no taxes. They make the rule, they make the law, they come from a little redneck town where they do what they want to do. That's why they were comfortable doing that. Ain't no police gonna do nothing to them where they at. They ain't nobody stupid. Just got through harassing, what's that about the Congress, Senator Lindsey Graham. Y'all seen the video? Walked through the airport, hollered at a U.S. senator. Had them been nigga, they been thrown on the ground. They followed that man, harassing him the whole way to his plane. And he ain't saying nothing. Call them terrorists. Tell them they terrorists. Tell them they thugs and vandals. Can't do it. Some of them people like he done told them, some good people. Their own people turn on them, and they can't blame none of this. On the Negroes. That's the part that got them. You can't blame the Negroes. It's the white boys and the white girl. They hate it. Don't feel sorry for them. You know what this should show us, though? We should have been doing what Tony Smith told them. We should have been secured our own. You got some people right now here in Georgia went and bought 90 acres to try to establish their own. You saw they done let that fade out as though they died. They're going to make it die. Oh, yeah, they'll do it. They'll learn how to do some little things to keep them. When last time y'all heard somebody, those people that bought the 90 acres? Wow, first you were hearing a lot about them. That's what they do. They phase those people out. Guess why? Because you don't have a news media to keep anything you do in public. You need white news. If something happens, I need to call Fox, CNN, ABC, CS, NBC, CBS, all them white boys. If you need your story to get out, you got to call somebody white. If you need an ambulance, you need the police, you got to call a white phone 911. You got to call white people that have ambulance to come get you. You have nothing. You don't have no security. When you go, you don't have a choice who comes in that room. You take what they give you. If an Asian, if a Mexican, Hispanic, if a white or black, that's what they give you. Somebody white tell them, don't send one in here with me. They tell them what they want. Most of y'all don't know this, do you? Y'all didn't know that white people that tell them they don't want one of them in there with them. Isn't it amazing how much restraint these police had? Nobody pulled their guns and just started blowing them people away. Isn't it amazing how, hold on for a minute. Everything so, see, you don't understand. Come on, just walk up. Bam! See, I've been trained, boy. I didn't know he was a nigga. My police training moved so fast. I didn't know what he was going to do. I'm trying to listen. Split second, he could have killed me. Was you coming to kill me? He a liar. He was coming to kill me. My split second training, my special battalion green run, agent, they just jumped out on him. I don't know what he was finna do to me. How many of y'all knew what he was finna do? And he got a criminal record. We didn't even bring that up. How is it they were able to rationalize not to shoot these people? With sticks and poles, mob, just the fact I'm outnumbered, I can shoot you. My special police battalion training told me to run. You know what that shows you and why black people should be insulted? That means they always had restraint and control. It's when you want to, because they know a white person is a real person. Your black dictionary told you that black is something, that phrase that pretends to be real. So it's just like shooting a target or a piece of paper. You've done nothing when you kill somebody black. That's what you ought to be mad about. I'm gonna fly and flip about what they did up there. That's white people stuff. That's what they do. Listen, I watched somebody in the store, their kid fall out start. I said, that's what their kid do at home. What you think them guys do when they in their states? Bow down, suck down, take orders? They don't obey nowhere they at. That's their kids pulling a temper tantrum on them in public. What I'm upset about is, how is it no one's talking about how these police had all this restraint? Yeah. Nobody trained and just set them off. Soon they were coming up the steps charging. Soon they was at the door. Nobody police trained and said start just blasting through him. It said let them through. Some of the police trainers said, let's take a selfie. Oh, they're investigating now. You know why? It ain't because why you thinking. It's because they're embarrassed. It's because they're embarrassed. See, you know what white people don't like? It's the fact that the whole world is talking about it. They've been condemned around the world. You know why these people saying Donald Trump didn't incite anything. He was just talking and people took it. President of France, President of Germany, President of England, all of them came out. You know what they said? They said Trump had something to do with the whole thing. Listen, guess who else done investigate? The UN. The UN done came out and said that Trump has something to do with it one way or the other. Where all these people come up with this from? They ain't in America. Do y'all know these people already investigating this? And you know why they pissed? They only pissed because of one reason. They know what happened here. It's going to happen now. And they're pissed that you just set these people off to do the same thing to us. Oh, please don't think if they cared, they should. Why couldn't these people condemn him when all of us were getting shot and he was saying nothing about our life? They don't give a flying flip about England, France. They don't give a flying flip about us. Talking about the Holocaust, we've been in a Holocaust ever since we've been here. Ain't nobody been through more tragedy than us. The only reason that these white countries are upset with him because you just set the protocol. Everybody say, oh, we ain't wrong when we do it over here. Because you know what they tell them? They don't do that in America. In America, they never do that. And he just shamed them and showed them it do happen. Now they already know it's finna be bad for us. Because they white people just did crazy. See, them white people over there, those are the mothers and the fathers of these bastard kids we got over here. Let me tell you something. These bastard kids over here. How you in America? You ain't even, these people, Trump is one generation. You ain't even got no business with a flag in your hand. I was born here. My mother was born here. Her daddy was born here. Her daddy was born, and their mothers. Tell me about no America. Shut your mouth. Yeah, how many of y'all know? He a one generation American. Ain't no way in the world you got more attached to that place to me. Where your mammy and your daddy from? Where they daddy and they mammy from? White people had to come over there and say if you born in soil, then you him. That would try to make them look like they had attachment him. They can't trace themselves back further than us. We generational being here. But see, the psyche of this. Oh, he talking about America, greater America. Where your mama and your daddy from? His wife ain't even from him. And she done slept in the White House. Her parents just got immigration paper 2 years ago for him. These folks tell me about America. How you run an American pageant and you ain't even from here? These folks sick. White folks sick. Y'all sick. Well, they thought that immigrant, he was the son of an immigrant. What y'all thought he was going to do? He going to tear the place up. Going to name off no American president. Shut your mouth. All his family union overseas somewhere. My stuff be right here in Sparta, Greene County, in America. My stuff be in Atlanta, AG, in the 8, what is it? AG, yeah, GA. I'm still from America. My baloney has a first name. Y'all all right? White folk done shamed us. Man, we sitting up here, man, all our family from here. Dave, where your mama born at? What country? Where was her mama born at? America. How somebody walk up one generator gonna tell you to get out? Get the hell out of here, you don't like America. I was gonna tell you that, sir. You done got the cabinet to get the hell out of here. You don't like it? I don't like that. We let these folks share. This man have made us feel like this. You not even from here. You spent your summers abroad somewhere. I spent mine in the country in Georgia. Isn't that right? Ray Charles made a song, oh, Georgia. Now, ain't know that about no Russia. Oh, Georgia. No peace. Look at Basha like that. No peace I found. Just an old sweet song that keep Georgia on my mind. Y'all all right? Y'all know that thing tight. That's why y'all here. Huh? Well, for the Yahudim, Yahuwah would have been blowing this place away. We the one holding it down. Mr. Yahuwah, he done left a remnant here. Atlanta, Georgia, that'll be getting us awards and checks and stuff. I'll be showcasing and say, man, what if listen, we got some of the lower corona number they got. The Yahudim here. Y'all all right? What's these states tore up? Tell y'all from Tennessee, number skyrocketing. Soon we got them out over them eyes. Lee, you stayed out there before, didn't it? We got y'all out just in time. Ain't that right? When you put that smile on your face, when that mask, Lord, that mask, he came on and had a low corona number. Y'all know what we done did. We got you out of New York just in time. Ain't that right? New York. She from New York, boss. Ain't that right? Man, number skyrocketing up there. Y'all know how bad it, let me tell you something. Why y'all sitting out here playing? Y'all know what they're doing in California? They done left it to the hand of the ambulance drivers. Listen, if you call the ambulance, baby, and they come, you know they decide you ain't gonna make it and leave you right there. How many of y'all didn't know they're going on? New York and California. Listen, Georgia doing the way y'all messing around. Do y'all know they're left it to the hand? Listen, they're overloaded. If they come, the ambulance driver gets to decide whether or not to take you. You don't look like you're going to make it and leave you there. Y'all know where they happen at? Third world countries. Welcome home. Some good old white boy, some good old white girl don't like you. You don't like you're going to make it and take off. How many of y'all didn't know this going on? But can you look it up, put up that safe phone? You going to let me get up, you ain't going to let me start telling them lies, is it? Y'all, listen, you're done. We ain't got nobody to trouble up, Mr. Hill. Listen, they get to make the decision. The hospital said they're overloaded. They had an 85-year-old man with broken leg. They took him to Fire Hospital, nobody would take him. They say he's 85. That man ain't gonna hardly make it anyway. He had a broken leg. He didn't have corona. Fire Hospital, nobody would take him, Dave. Y'all don't appreciate my Mr. Yahuwah, do you? They don't appreciate my Mr. Yahuwah. Mr. Yahuwah been keeping us. You in the hands now of some people. Listen, sad thing is, folks, they been like that. Only thing you just found out now they finna do it to white people. Who you think been making these decisions with you? Who you think been telling your family? I need to talk to you. Don't look like they're gonna make it. We suggest you go ahead and take them on life support. My decision. Who hands y'all thought y'all been in? Y'all surprised? Nigga, they always been doing this to you. This ain't nothing new. What's wrong with y'all coons? Y'all didn't actually think they just started this, did you? Not poor people. What is it, Buster? Buster finna make me a liar. Let me see what that say. I can't.
There's a dire situation unfolding right behind me at this hospital in Burbank. You can see triage tents have already been set up. That's the extra space they now need, given the volume of patients, to be able to assess patients' needs, and they're bracing for the worst. I was speaking to one ER doctor who told me she believes this hospital is just days away from having to trigger what's called crisis standard of care mode, which essentially amounts to rationing care for patients. They're already basically doing that for ambulances across LA County. That edict came down this week, basically directing ambulance crews to not take patients who they deem to be most likely not to survive to hospitals such as this one. She broke down for us what exactly that means for patients. Take a listen.
Well, I think this is the first that you're going to see of having to make the tough choices of rationing care and not putting our very strained resources towards patients that have very little chance of survival.
Brazil made me look like a liar. You know who that's for? That's for white people. Y'all niggas fix your face. This always been your future. This ain't new. Where you think they practice this at? Do y'all know how many of our people could have survived and still be here? You've always been in the hands of these people. You know what the sad part is about it, Boston? There's something called the hypocritical oath. It means wherever you can do to help save a life, you do it. That is their sworn duty and oath. How you go to, you know, like you're gonna make it and take off. Because they practiced it on you. You, sir, you, ma'am, I hate to tell you, you's a monkey. You's a monkey. Don't feel, listen, that wasn't to you. That's always been you. That's white people having to hear that. They're letting white people know what we've done to black people. We finna have to do it to you. We finna have to do it to you. You ain't worth saving. You ain't even worth putting the time in. I know these niggas saying to me, what? Your grandmama, your granddaddy, your uncles and aunts have all been victims of these people for years. This ain't new. This was to white people to let them know it's finna happen to them now. When it's white people, we'll exhaust all resources, everything that we can possibly do to keep you alive. When it's a nigga, there's nothing else we can do. They're like, they got an ingrown toenail. Yeah, but them things can be really tricky. That's what they do to you. This been y'all future. Y'all don't listen when I talk to you, though. I'm gonna try to get on out the way, though. Well, look at this. I done sat here. Y'all saw me got exposed for this line. And for those of y'all that looking, this was in LA. It's also down in Georgia. How many of y'all didn't know that? Georgia is already doing this. Nigga. Monkey. Georgia's already doing this. They've already started to put this into practice in a lot of these states, but they don't really need you to know this. They need you to think that these people are going to work and help you. And this is always for the better good. See, now it's coming back on them. That's the reason I want you to watch it. See, can you imagine this always be, see, you didn't even know it. You never knew this. This always been you. Now it's come home to him. When them doors got kicked in and they crawled under that table and they were afraid for their life and afraid to shoot with a gun, that was the story of the Negro. That when they kicked this house and he had a gun, he knew if he shot them white folk, it was gonna be hell to pay. So he stayed under his family, telling them, be quiet. Just lay down till they get through and leave. Listen to his house get ramshacked. Stuff thrown and taken, went through his stuff, and he got a gun under the table and can't do nothing under the bed. Kids crying and shaking and afraid for their life. Mama crying and holding them. And daddy get up and is all over and looks at him. Thank God we still alive. We can get more of this stuff, baby. But we's alive. The kids horrified, petrified. Whenever they see a group of white men, because they knew at any time, people can tear our home back up again. And my dad and his gun can't do nothing. He'll tell me, boy, I'll blow your brains. I brought you to this world. I'll kill your nickel. Why you didn't do that to them, Daddy? I didn't tear the house up, Daddy. I didn't have mama shaking and crying, Daddy. They know I'm telling the truth. They'll talk that trash. They won't put it on them, though. That's always been your future. Those people that laid down that cap, can we pull up and see, do they have the picture showing them laying down in there? That's all I want them to see. When you look at it, you need to look at it with different eyes. Welcome to your world. Being terrified, petrified, horrified. And listen, ain't nothing we could do. Because if they knew, if they shoot them, it's going to be more of them coming. And they ain't going to never stop coming. That's how they gave you the psychosis, so you were afraid to shoot them. Yeah, look at that, Capitol flow. Donald Trump, that should, hold on, boss, you're not finna allow them. Erase this. This should say Antifa Black Lives Matter. Y'all excuse, this a misprint. It said Donald Trump supporters. That meant Antifa Black Lives Matter. Y'all seen them black people pointing their white in the Capitol. Listen, what is this? Are we there? Look at that. Man, gotta be a monkey scared of a wall like that. What's that? Do y'all want to see that? Hold on, let him, man. Come on, man. Y'all see that? Hold on. Let's. Oh, look at that. Let me see something. Can you imagine that, man? Y'all come over there where y'all can look at it. We'll get y'all. Lawmakers evacuate Congress as Trump's Antifa Black Lives. Yeah, she'll come on, so. Good old clean white people. Run us down. Nobody owe us no apology either. Look at that. This man right here, former Army Ranger. Former Army, hey, y'all was in that's what an Army Ranger trained to do. Get on the ground and hide when somebody comes in. Josh, is that what they trained to do? Army Ranger. This man did multiple tours. This man had kills on his belt. He ain't been shooting targets. This over your special forces. This man here training. This man here done been forward to it. Look at him. Woo, he brave. Where's your Agent Orange at right now? Where's your PSD at? Hold on for a minute. I've been in this situation before where crowds of people coming. I'm supposed to lose it right now on the ground. That's the stuff they tell you. This is the stuff they play on you. That's where they're training at. You know what he said? He was afraid, he was hoping he wasn't going to have to get into defense mode. When? When were you going to do it? When the last brick was left? All I'm trying to get y'all to see, when they want to, they can be restrained. Nobody had to hold him and say, come on, man, you can't kill these people. These are American citizens. In his head, he already knew. Can't pull it him. He'll pull it on you at a gas station. Look at him. Antifa. They video themselves. That's Black Lives Matter. This is a black man who's taking some white shoe polish and put on his hands in his face. These are their children. You ain't heard about no FBI kicking no door, dragging them head to shoot them. These people brought pipe bombs, explosives. They still ain't gonna call them terrorists. Good people. It's just Black Lives Matter and Antifa people mixed in with good Trump supporters who were just doing a peaceful, exercising their amendment right. That's what they tell. They're not even telling you that these folks had pipe bombs, explosives. Oh my goodness! The video of her being shot. You know what's the tragedy?
Rampage and the death of a Capitol police officer as new video emerged of the deadly shooting of one of the rioters, and we have to warn you, these images are pretty disturbing. Here's Tom Costello.
Tonight, video shot by a self-described civil rights activist shows the terrifying moments rioters reached the door of the Speaker's lobby leading to the House chambers. In a tense standoff, officers try to keep their cool. The crowd advances, then smashes the windows. When Capitol officers move aside to make way for a tactical team, the mob begins climbing towards and through the door. At that moment, an officer on the other side opens fire. Protester Ashley Babbitt falls to the ground, fatally wounded. The officer who fired the gun now on administrative leave. Meanwhile, at the Capitol today, the flag at
This is how they do. She'll get more. Look at him. She with them. These folks, why are you there? They breaking into the building with the police in their face. Not the police ain't nowhere to be found. These people do what they want to do. You know who ought to be pissed? People like, what's that boy from Baltimore they killed? Frederick, they choked them out. Freddie Gray. What's the other boy they killed on the ground? They just killed George Floyd. What about Breonna Taylor? What about the girl in Texas? What's Sandra Bland? Eric Gardner? Couldn't let him go. And everybody know he was a major criminal. He was selling cigarettes, not stealing them, making money that he was going to go back and buy more cigarettes, which the store going to make money. He had to be choked out and killed. They're praying for this lady. They're praying for her. This man got to be investigated now, and he could possibly be looking at criminal charges for shooting this 4-term veteran. 4-tour veteran. That's how they do you. So when I teach and I try to educate y'all, it's so you won't be stupid. These people will make a fool out of you, and they control the narrative. They say whether or not you're a terrorist, a thug, a vigilante, a criminal, and what needs to happen to you. Don't you know that these criminal cases are based off of what they say? Yeah. This is what you don't consider. You're walking out with the podium. Ain't no police with a brain in their head should have let him been walk with that podium. You stole that. They let him leave with it, which tell you they don't care. When you white, they feel like they got a right and entitlement. There's no way he was supposed to walk out that building with that podium. He supposed to been slammed to the ground and arrested. Don't ask him where he got it from. You know he stole it. He supposed to been slammed to the ground. Why all of a sudden they gonna ask you? When you ever heard the FBI come on and ask you to help them find people that they see the faces of? When they ask you to help them find them? Let me see. The news posted their picture and told you where they live, and the FBI said, if you could help us, if y'all know anything, could y'all help us find them? Please call us and tell us if y'all. They just gave you every one of their name and where they from. These bastards posted their own video, and you don't know how to find. You need me to call you? That's what they sell you. That's what they tell you. Did the police ask you how to find O.J. Simpson? See, that's how they play. I don't want you to just think about it and just look at it so you can just put it together why we got to make changes. That's all. That's told. Whew. I was tired, boss. We're going to, I need them to sound right quick for it. We're going to get ready. We're going to stand and talk with y'all a little bit here. I'm just frustrated. I ain't frustrated in a way. I'm more frustrated with us than with them. I don't have no frustration with these people and what they do. That's their system. I'll be honest with you. Only thing I'm mad about is why we let it happen to us. Why people of color not outraged. Don Lemon, he went off on CNN. I heard he went off. He talked about how they did. He said, no, I'm not gonna let them get away. White boy, they're trying, Kumo brother, he trying to talk to him. He said, there's no way they let Black Lives Matter come in that White House, in that Capitol House. He says, no way they'd have shot him. There's no way in the world they'd have let that happen. But he's exactly right. You know they should have told you. Black Lives Matter, everybody need to get their own stuff.
Yep, that's right.
You had your own stuff, nobody want to shoot you. You know what? You ain't gonna believe it. Ain't nobody in my house gonna shoot me if I come in there either, because I belong there, right?
That's right. That's right.
Why you think they didn't shoot him?
Right.
The man told you it's their house.
Yeah, that's right.
You coming at the problem is, it ain't yours. Let's be honest. You've been fighting, you've been arguing with people, and the problem is, it ain't yours. You know that look like down there. It ain't fair. White people get to go. Talking about white people in a white government, in the White House. It's called the White House because it belongs to white people. So why you sit here arguing instead of, won't you get a house for you? Won't you get your own? Where people don't just shoot you and you got a voice. Won't you get something where people help you? You keep trying to force your way. You really, the nigga is the one dangerous. Because you just like them. You forcing your way in somewhere you don't belong. They went into their own house. The man told you, this my desk. The man put his foot up on the lady flag down. He ain't walking out with a Black Lives Matter flag. He carried an American flag and they're trying to show them. Why you think they ain't shoot him? Hey, I'm white. This is mine. That's why they bust the windows out. That's their house. If I see somebody busting their windows out their house, that's your house. First I say, who is that? I say, oh, it's theirs. And I'm going to keep riding. Ain't like it's nobody. It's theirs. Problem is, you keep trying to bust it now. That's the real crime. It don't belong to you. That's the crime is you trying to get in now. You trying to be anything in that man's house. That's the real criminal. You are the criminal. Mr. and Mrs. Black Man of America, so-called Negro. You, sir, you, ma'am, are the criminal because you keep forcing yourself into somewhere you don't belong. He don't want you in his house. All right. Who is this right here? Oh, look at, oh, goodness. Let's see this for Can we see this right quick? Who is it? Boston. This Antifa. Boston found an Antifa video. Listen to that. What they call it, man. Look at that. Listen to him. They know his name. Look what his name is. Man, this is his name. His name is Man. Man sitting in Pelosi office from, from Gabriel. What's that? Gabriel? That's a place in where's that, Arkansas? Somewhere? How they know he a man? They don't know his name. They know where he's from. What? See, that show you. See, that's how the script they get you. But look what his name is, Man. How I know where he's from? I don't even know his name. Let's see, Bob. Maybe he told us his name. Let's see. Look at that. See how he got his mask on trying to hide his face? They had to. That's why they don't know his name. They just know his man. The police was able to detect he wasn't a female. If y'all know anything, please call the police and let them know so they can find out who he is. Because right now they're not sure.
Leave my
That white boy got in his mouth. Now you think that the first time I believe that man had something in his mouth? That man like a pro. No. Just a picture. Oh, okay. Look at that. Look at it. Look at that. Where the police stand aside and let you just put it through them? Look at her. Look who's looking for help. The FBI is seeking information that will assist in identifying individuals. Do any of y'all know these people? Because they remember Black Lives Matter and Antifa. Look at him. This man is a member of one of the groups too. Look at this. The FBI needs y'all to help them in finding who this is right here. The man at the table with bullhorn. Look at him. Why the Indian people ain't pissed? Hold on, quick. Somebody call the player. Tell me his name Jake. Call him. And they asking who. Can any of y'all identify this man? This Jake. Do y'all know they got a picture with Jake and Rudolph and Rudy Giuliani? Oh, listen, Jake. All these folks. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Who is it? AKA Big O. Well, how did he came over here named Man? Yeah, they probably ain't gonna never catch him. Look at the man. Now got a mail. You do know that's federal. Touching folk mail. On every end now. Look what he said. Nancy Big O was him.
Big O was here, you. This guy making off with a name of an American military legend as his Twitter handle, George Reincarnated Patton. He took an envelope from Pelosi's desk as a souvenir.
I left her a note on her desk. It says, Nancy Big O is here, you.
This guy making off with a lectern has been identified in published reports as Adam Johnson from Bradenton, Florida. And this fellow, Derek Evans, live streamed the moment he and other members of the mob broke into the Capitol.
Derek Evans is in the Capitol.
Who is he? He's a just elected delegate in the West Virginia State Legislature. DC police released a wanted poster with photos of members of the mob who invaded the Capitol. We spoke to Mary McCord, former head of the Justice Department's National Security Division.
I do expect that because we have so much video and so many photographs from the events, that law enforcement, both at the FBI and state and local levels, will be able to identify more people that were involved in some of the criminal activity.
The mob also targeted the media, destroying camera equipment. They scratched Murder the Media on this door. On Fox News, Laura Ingraham is suggesting left-wing Antifa activists were posing as Trump supporters.
There are some reports that Antifa sympathizers may have been sprinkled throughout the crowd.
But others are scoffing at that notion. Stephen Fabian discovered Trump supporters celebrating at an after-party in the lobby and bar of the Renaissance Hotel in D.C. last night. Some spoke out today as they boarded buses to go home to Michigan.
Did you feel bad partying though last night with all that happened and somebody lost their life?
Yeah, we felt terrible about that. And, you know, as those people were doing what they were doing yesterday, causing different ruckuses, I warned them. I said, you realize that you're being used.
These same people, y'all saw they did? That's what they did after you to hang and kill your mama and your grandmama and your granddad. Go drinking. How the police couldn't care they went drinking? How hard it going to be to find all these people with Trump stuff on? And they asking you to help find them. Yeah. God gotta bless America, Mr. Yahuwah or not. Well, we'll try to get it moved forward.